Hi guys. Yesterday I shared a post on WhatsApp, talking about me wanting to be involved in the growth or you know lending my own quota to helping young people figure out certain aspects of their lives. Um, Again, we're all figuring out our lives, and I think that's one of the things that I realized as an adult. Everybody, our parents, my parents, everybody that you probably thought had it all figured out is still figuring life out. So yesterday I shared that post, and one of my very good friends, one of my closest friends, reached out and mentioned that they would really like me to talk about adulting and how tough adulting is, and how it is important to build a community that can just help you to figure out stuff in the midst of all the chaos that adulting is going to throw at you. Now the truth is this: first and foremost, adulting is tough, and it will only get tougher. It will not get easy. However, the good news is that as you grow and as you experience life, you grow the capacity to handle all of the challenges that will be thrown at you, right? You'll learn to be more patient, you'll learn to be more, to find strength, in other places. It could be in God, if you believe in God. It could be, quite a number of things, right? But I believe in God. I seek solace, or I seek strength from a place of prayer, and also support system, right? Grateful to friends, grateful to family, grateful to siblings, grateful for the gift of an amazing partner, right? So adulting is never going to get easy. There are days that you will cry, there are days that you want to give up, there are days that you actually give up, right? There are days that, and I'm sure, for a lot of young people now, you're probably in the university, or you're probably doing your NYC, or you're probably just finishing school, or you finished school a couple of years ago, and it just looks like things are not working out, or there's just a lot that is being thrown at you. One thing I want to assure you is that, or one thing that I want you to think about right now, is that when you were in primary school, it was tough. If you remember very well, it was tough. When you wanted to write common entrance, you were under a lot of pressure. It was tough. You did that and you overcame. You went to secondary school, you did junior WAEC. It was tough. You thought that phase was never going to pass. It passed. You got to secondary school, senior secondary school, you wanted to write WAEC. That phase was extremely tough. You wanted to write JAM. Quite a number of your peers got to school before you. Some other people got to school after you, right? That phase was tough, right? You probably compared yourself to your best friend that got to school, earlier than you did, or that had an opportunity to travel out of the country to study. The truth about this is, it is always going to get tough, and at that present phase, you would feel like that is the worst phase that you can be in. But let me shock you, that will not be the craziest phase. That will not be the worst phase. In fact, there will be crazier phases than that. However, you would have gained capacity, you would have been equipped, to manage all of the situations that will be thrown at you, right? There's this word, this popular quote of Spider-Man that says that with great power comes great responsibility, right? You are growing, it becomes tougher. you become more responsible. I mean, it is challenging, right? You need to move out of your folks' house and get a new house or get your own place. I mean, I remember the first time that I was living. So, all through uni, I stayed in the school hostel, in the university hostel, right? I remember there was a time, I think when I was in second year, and I mean, if you went to the University of Ilorin, you know how difficult staying in the school hostel was, right? And that particular period, I mean, the school hostel is always like open right now. It will be open for like 3 minutes, fastest finger, literally, right? So the school hostel portal opened, and I tried to get my like book my hostel space, and unfortunately I couldn't. The network just froze. All of my friends booked. I did not realize when I started to cry, and I'm like, my life is gone. How do I cope? Have you ever lived outside of school? Housing outside school is expensive. I want I went somewhere comfortable, and it was I thought that was a crazy period, and I got home. I was in tears. My father asked me that. My father was in shock. He was just shaking his head. He was like, "What if they told you that your father died? How would you react?" I mean, right at that time, I thought that. I mean, school hostel, as simple as it was now, I'm thinking now that it is. Why was I crying? But at the time, it was like a matter of life and death, right? And that's the thing about it. Every face, you think that this face is the darkest face. My brother, my sister, it is not the darkest face. Darkest face is yet to come. And the thing is that when it comes, you overcome it, right? With God on your side, you overcome it, right? So pretty much that's what I wanted to share. So trust me, it will not get easier, but you become better in handling it. You become more responsible. You become stronger. You become. You almost be in a situation where situations don't really. I mean, things happen and you're not exactly underwhelmed by it. You're just in a situation where you're like, it has happened and I need to just make a decision and solve the problem, right? So this phase that you are in, I want you to know that it's going to pass. And this is not me trying to motivate you or trying to be cliche, but it is what it is. It is going to pass, and then you get another stage where it's going to be tougher, right? And then that one too will pass, and then you get to another stage where it's going to be tougher. That one will pass. So I remember when I was leaving my father's house, when I was leaving my father's house as an adult, in quotes, right, as an adult, and I was packing my stuff out of my wardrobe, and I just wanted to break down, and I wanted to start crying, right? It was tough for me. I mean, so many people don't have that experience, right? Because for some people, they went to the boarding school and all of that. They've always like been on their own. In fact, they don't like to go home. But that was not my own case. I was a homeboy, but I mean, I wanted to cry, but that phase passed, right? I remember. I don't know if you Google favor Martins-leye, I think that one of your search stories will lead you to it's a Naira Land page, some pages, and even on Twitter about a missing bag. I remember that when I was in University of Ilorin after final year and I was coming home and everything, I lost my bag. And that time, I really thought that was the end of my life. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to be jobless because I had like very, very important documents in that bag. I thought it was the end of my life. I was like, how will I ever get a job? Will I even graduate? Because I mean, I had finished, but we've not done official graduation. So I had like my clearance papers. I had a lot of documents in that bag. But look at me, I'm alive. I'm not dead, right? So adulting is tough. It will not get easier, but you become more capable. I think it is also very important that I mention that in the midst of all the toughness of life, and especially being an adult, the challenges that you face, it is very important to build a community of people that will be there for you at every point in time. You know, um, grateful or happy for people that have really amazing siblings that they can share, issues with. For people that don't, right, it's important that you also have like great friends, you know, that can help you through every phase. And again, as human beings, we were not built or structured to be in isolation, right? You were not made to be isolated. That's why, I mean, as a human being, you just want to be with people. You want to be have an emotional connection with people. You want to be connected to people physically, emotionally, right? Because we were not made that way. We were not made to do life by ourselves, right? We were not made to be a one-man army. Show up for people, because when you show up for people, they will show up for you. So it's just the way life is, right? So building a community, having a community, it is really important. I mean, quite a number of times I'm going through stuff and I'm calling somebody and I'm like, guy, this is what is happening. I just really feel like breaking down right now. I feel like crying. I feel like, doing all of those things. And I mean, at the end of the day, they don't even have, quite a number of times, nobody has a solution to your problem, really. For most people, for a large percentage of people, including myself, money is our problem. But nobody's going to give me money that is going to liberate me in life. Nobody's going to see me now and say, guy, your problem is 20 million or 50 million, take. Nobody's going to do that. However, you being able to express yourself just lessens the burden, really. The quote that says, a problem shared is a problem half solved. I don't know if the correct quote is half solved or solved. However, I know that when you share, it's very important that you share with your friends, people that you call friends, people that have your back, that genuinely have your back. Some of us have been in relationships where your friend is not your friend, right? That person, you to you, that person is your friend, but to that person, you're just like another person. Being in relationships where your friend is not your friend, right? That person, you to you, that person is your friend, but to that person, you're just like another person, right? So it's important that you identify and you have people that genuinely care about you, that genuinely have your best interest at heart. It makes life super easy, right? Today, I can randomly call some of my friends and say, guy, I just need a break. Can I show up at your place? And there are quite a number of people that will say, guy, I'm coming to your house, right? So it is very important, right? Again, you're not meant to do life by yourself. You're not meant to be in isolation. So please, when you have friends, ensure that you show up for your friends, and please allow them to show up for you as well. Some of us, including me, right, we have problems or we have difficulty receiving help. But please, when people want to help you, and this is a note to me as well, when people reach out to help you, please don't tell them that you have it all figured out when you don't. It's okay to be vulnerable, right? It's okay to be vulnerable. And the truth is, adulting is giving everybody boost left and right. However, this phase will pass, another phase will come, and that another phase too will pass. Yeah. When you make multiple trials, when you make multiple applications, when you do a number of things, with the hope of getting a positive response or a positive result, right? Regardless of the number, if you have 100 no's, 1 yes is what you need. And until you get that 1 yes, you'll never give up. Until you get that 1 yes, you'll never give up. You keep applying, you keep pushing, you keep knocking, you keep seeking. And that 1 year, see, 100 no's will make you feel down. But 1 yes will make you forget the pains of 100 no's. Right? And I just really hope that you have this at the back of your mind, that it will not get easy, but you'll become more capable. Another thing I wanted to mention is practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude. So it is easy to get overwhelmed and forget that certain things have happened to you that you actually looked forward to. You prayed for them, you desired them, and they've happened. Right? It is the nature of human beings to focus on what does not exist or what has not happened, and forget the things that have happened. Right? But it is important that as an adult, or as you are going through an adulting phase, just look back and think back at all the things that you really wanted to do, you really looked forward to, or you've really wanted to achieve, that has happened to you. Be grateful for the little things, and the big things will come. I would like you to share one of your craziest experiences so far as an adult, and share so that I can also share, and let us know if that phase did not pass. Thank you.